Hello and welcome to the RaidzBank podcast. My name is Hoyt and I'm joined here by Mr. Poplo. How are you, sir?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you doing, Hoyt?
Doing well.
Good.
And Heartless is in Europe, I believe, still on a trip. So just be us two.
Visiting the
We're
mainland.
recording kind of late on Fridays, so we're a few days in advance, but not really. We're still with the time. So if anyone gets third age over the weekend, you know, we're sorry.
Just wait a week.
Yeah,
We'll get you on the next
wait
one.
a week. We'll get you. But yeah, today we got kind of a mishmash of a lot of different topics that are kind of overdue or very relevant. But we got a lot of main characters for this episode. So we have the Raids 4 rewards, the OSRS servers, the 2007 servers, the TCG plugin, and Summer Sweep Up went in effect. We did already talk about Summer Sweep Up, but it's nice to just get a refresher on what actually went into the game. Everything passed, and then it just kind of sat there in, development for a month or so. So we'll brush over those, and yeah, that is today's episode. But before
I
we
think
get
we're
into
gonna do Raids 4 too. Raids 4 final
that's
vlog.
what I started out with. Are you drinking on the job, Poplo?
Did you say that already? I am.
did. You're okay. It's Friday night, man. We're just hanging
I
out.
missed that one. Good.
I'm drinking what we call a fridge cig. Do you know what a fridge cig is?
Oh yes, I do. Is it Diet Coke?
It's a Diet Coke, baby. Yeah.
I heard that for the first time
drinking
like
one.
a little while ago. That was awesome.
It's
Made me
like
laugh.
a suburban white woman cigarette.
I know. There was one time when I was
and we're
driving.
demonetized.
And it's over. There was one time when I was driving with my wife, and there was someone standing outside, it was like 6:30 in the morning, so very early, and someone was standing outside with a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and I was just like, look at that guy having a nice English breakfast, and I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a vibe. That is a vibe.
He looked way cooler than I did, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're a little healthier than him in that moment, but that's okay. Speaking of vibes, Poplo, what have you been up to, sir? It's been a week since not a full week yet, back from vacation,
Yeah,
kind
not
of
quite.
done with the jet lag yet?
Apparently not. I thought I was, but I guess, dude, I was getting some flack in the Discord just because I was not all there, but it's okay. I'm doing good. I'm back to work for a week, which is kind of sad. Coming back from vacation, like you never actually want to come back. Like it just makes you want to stay there forever. So, doing well. I've been playing RuneScape this week. I've kind of been grinding Mad Angel and Maggot King just off and on, kind of whatever I'm feeling like doing. Obviously, two different intensities of bosses. So, doing that when I want to. I've only done like 400 goats out there, so all you guys who are preying on my downfall at goat hunting. Also, Hoyt, your post in the Discord about the goat pet rate made me cry.
Oh, yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Is it that bad compared to like chins and stuff?
I haven't done the math on it. Well, no, not compared to chins. Like, that's way longer still. But, I mean, you're just standing here telegraphing like tens of thousands of goats. So
imagine doing that and you get fucking ice barraged by some dude. Toxic.
Yeah, if they put this they should have
whatever.
put goats in the wilderness. That's the only way they could have made this better, actually. If they were out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
But for anyone who missed it, was it the official RuneScape channel, I think, that put out a video like stats on Worms Crag, and they had some content creators who were doing the narration and stuff, which was really cool. But they said something about like 14 million goats had been hunted, and I don't remember, there's like how many
600
pets?
Or something.
Yeah, 400 to 600, something like that. Anyways, the math comes out to about 1 in 35k, and the wiki says somewhere around there too. So I remember there's someone who posted in the Discord and said Poplo's going to go 12k dry for goat pet. Well, it's very possible because that's not even half the rate, so that's a third of the rate. So anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing while we're potting and just in my chill time. It's also very good for mobile. So, yeah. Other than that, I don't have too much for the week.
You did some Mad Angel that the viewers might be watching right now?
Yeah. So I did a couple hundred.
No spoilers. We all know you got 3 pets, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to finish out the session, just to see what it was like. Okay. But I green logged it 3 times already. So
nice.
I will never be going back there until next week when I have to go back there. But yeah, it's actually not too bad. I kind of enjoy it. It actually feels, the mechanics aren't like super difficult once you get them down. But I will say, like, it does feel pretty good. There are 2 phases. One of them where if you pray correctly, you get an automatic max hit on your next attack, which is pretty sweet. And then the other one is if you dodge the sword attack, like to the side, you increase your minimum hit to half of your maximum hit. So like if you're using like Full Inquisitor with Granite Hammer, then you get 100% accuracy and you never hit below like a 30. So it's actually pretty nice just to, like, they did a good job of having those windows where you can do a lot of damage to the boss. So it's actually kind of fun. It's actually not too bad. I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So.
And the rate's like fair. It's one in like 2K, right?
Yeah, I think so. 1 in 2K. So it's like, yeah, this is tens of hours, but it's not that long. So.
Yeah.
Happy with it.
Well, good. I thought you'd enjoy it, so
I do.
I'm glad. I think it fits a nice niche of easy yet engaging.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm using a Spec transfer alt there too, so it speeds things up a little bit. Yeah. And gave another boss to use the Crimson Kiston on. So yeah, another positive.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, that's a lot from me. But I know your week has been a little bit more exciting. So why don't you tell us what you've been up to?
Yeah, I did officially max 2 nights ago as of this recording.
Let's go.
5.5 years in the making. And geez, let me see if where are the stats? I remember this is cool. So I was born in 1996. I'm 30, and I had 1996 days played. So that was
the prophecy.
Really cool.
Oh my god!
Not days played. Geez, not days played. Days since account creation.
Oh.
I don't.
That's funny that I just took you at face value.
As days played.
I just thought. Sounds like a normal amount of days played for a RuneScaper.
Yeah, days since creation of the account, and
nice.
460 days played, which is disgusting. But let's keep in mind, guys, 30-minute AFK timer. Like,
oh yeah, totally.
I'm still, I'm still playing. I'm playing the game a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
But I live and breathe the game. But
never tell your significant other what your in-game time is. By the way, pro tip:
never.
Keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah. Well, those are just hours that you were kept out of trouble and not, doing reckless things that other adult men could be doing. But
that is true.
That's what you tell them.
You're
just like, you're lucky I'm not at the bar just like drunk driving every other night and smashing 40 beers. It's cheaper too.
You could be doing that and playing RuneScape.
But yeah, the math is like I averaged 6 hours a day for 5 years. But again, that's just on the iPad, clicking a redwood tree. Like, do I have a problem? Yes, but is it that bad? Come on.
No.
So yeah, that's exciting. We had an awesome turnout. Big shout out to anyone who made it. And I did it at the Firemaking Cape Dude, which is where I got my first 99. And I had a picture I shared of my first 99. And there's actually one person who was in both pictures from my first 99 to my final one. And that was Battle Stabs. So big shout out Battle Stabs, number 1 OG. That was pretty cool. I was hoping there'd be at least one overlap because people's schedules. But yeah, so I maxed. I got all my capes, and then I also made sure to be the first one to get a max island because you know how you get griefed by the doors and like pirates. I like quietly went there really quick.
Yeah, you zoomed over there and you're like, okay, guys, now head over to Max Island.
Yeah. And shout out Poplo. Poplo was there, of course. Got him in the picture on Max Island.
Check the...
and then after that, I had Gielinor game style, like 11 mini games. We did 2 Gilly Guessers where I hide in the world. One of them I griefed because I was on the wrong world because I like switched. I hopped worlds to move so no one could see me, and I never hopped back. So I'm sorry about that. And then we had
That's the worst thing
2. Yeah, that was the biggest blunder. We had 2 riddles where it was just Gilly Guesser but with words. I wrote like a poem kind of, and you had to guess where I was in the world and find me. And then the other...
That one was hard.
Let's see. Those were hard. Yeah, because I'm not a good writer. And I wanted to make sure you couldn't just put them in ChatGPT and have it find you. Because if you have chat generate the poem, chat's going to be able to tell you where the poem is. So, yeah. Anyways, we had 6 PVM challenges and we had 1 Fashionscape contest, which Poplo won.
That's right.
So
my homegrown, self-made fashion.
Mm-hmm. I gave away
you should tell him what you said when I was lined up there. I was cracking up.
So Poplo's in. All right, so he's in he's got the dark flippers on. He's got the the Vampire Noble top.
Yeah, Vampire Noble blazer and
coattails. He's got a combat bracelet on, so he's purpled out, a cult necklace ornament, and then he's got the Tob cape. Was that the 2K Tob cape?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so and then nothing on his head, it looks like, so he's just rocking the haircut. And I said it looked like he was coming to like foreclose my house. He looked like some rich baron from the kingdom over that was, he was reaping on my misfortune.
True. I'm a vampire noble, so it's true.
Yeah. My wallet was like quivering in my pocket. It's coming.
That's right.
He's like when you find out your company's bought out, Poplo walks in and his Firewatch noble. Yeah, it's like
you're to see him coming through.
Yep. So that was good. The PVM challenges, we have some demon gamers in the clan, so I wanted to make them hard. The first PVM challenge, I was like Demonic Brutus, and I learned that was too big of an ask.
That was rough.
That was quite the start. We did have a few guys attempt, but it's also, I kind of forgot. It's one of those things you learn and do once, and then you forget about it. No one's doing it multiple times.
No.
So yeah, I switched that one up, and then I also had what I have. I had Awakened. The final one was an Awakened thing. Oh, I had solo chambers in there, but I didn't want to wait 20 minutes for people, so we just did an Awakened boss, and Chet went in there and got like a 2-minute Awakened Vard kill while he was drunk. It was impressive.
One shot. He just one orb just went in and did Awakened Vard. Yep. That was insane.
Built different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been it for me. I created a gear setup to go to Maggot King. The Necklace of Pursuit's my next PVM item. However,
Rupture.
I'll be honest. Rupture, yeah. What did I call it? Pursuit?
Pursuit, yeah. That was the old name.
Yeah, that's what I'm glad they didn't call it that. I think a Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah. It was a trivial name.
But there's something weird with the Maggot King. So he has the unique burn effect thing, right?
Yep. With fire spell.
And yeah. And the Twin Flame Staff is supposed to be good because you can get up to 5 stacks. I think 5 stacks is the cap. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not.
Because you want to use the Twin Flame to get the double proc chance to 5. And then you can switch to, I have the Tormented Synapse Staff. What's that called?
Purging Staff.
Purging Staff, thank you.
Yep.
And then you can switch to the Purging Staff or just finish it with Twin Flame. But the calcs were like messed up. So all the calcs I've tried Gearscape and the wiki calc, they don't have the burn effect thing, so they just don't know. I don't know. So they were telling me like the purging staff was better, but I'm pretty sure they're not calculating that burn effect. So long story short, I'm in between like going for the Twin Flame staff because I want the clogs at some point.
Yeah.
Might as well get them for the boss it would be helpful on, and I'm like not in a rush. But also like that's inefficient. What if I get spooned and I'm like, why did I spend as much time getting a Twin Flame staff as I did getting the Necklace of Rupture?
Right. Yeah. What do you use for the purging staff? Are you just using a fire spell? Or what do you?
Yeah, you can cast standards. Yep.
Okay.
It just has high magic damage and stuff.
Oh, okay. If you want my advice, if you're thinking about going for the Twin Flame just so you can stack the burn faster, I don't think it's worth it. If you're not going to
definitely not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want it for the clogs and just because you want a green log, Royal Titans, then yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
But I don't. You're the master procrastinator, so I don't think you need to add another thing to your to-do list before you go get the rupture. Just get in there.
That's why I want to do it.
I know.
Until it's weighing on me.
I know. I know
I am
you need it before
missing the
Inferno and all this stuff. Just
for
keep
sure.
kicking the can down the road. We've got you figured out.
I don't have a
worry.
SERP, and it's really good at, but it can't be better than the. I have the Toxic Trident, or Trident of the Swamp. Sorry, I always call it that. It can't be better than the Trident of the Swamp. Maybe at Zulrah. Maybe it is though. I don't know.
For what?
I also looked. Each crown piece is 1 in 75, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. But that's if you're soloing and without participation. And I would think maybe I would solo, but maybe I would just find a buddy. So basically, I'm saying that's like best case scenario, 1 in 75. It's probably going to be 1 in 150, and then you go 2x for both pieces, and suddenly you're at 600 KC for a stupid staff.
It's not worth
it. Or worse, I think Bombs was saying he went over 1K for it, which is that's his own fault. That sucks.
Yeah, we went on our group iron. We went super unlucky for one staff piece. Like we got the first one super early, and then we were full sending the other one, and it took us a long time. So
it's
definitely possible.
I got a mega spooned the prayers. What are they called? Royal Titans. I got both prayers in 64 KC.
Nice. Those are so good to get early.
I should probably just not go back. So, yeah, long story short, just saying I will be learning Maggot King whenever I have the time. About to get married in 8 days, and then I have a honeymoon for a week. And then after that, we are officially getting an apartment, new internet.
All right.
So come the week of the 24th of August, I'll be moving all my crap. So I'm thinking like September 1st, we can maybe Inferno. Maybe I'm baiting again, but maybe Inferno.
All right. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah. That was my super long update.
But that's exciting. You got a lot. You got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. So we're all happy for you.
I got to max. Oh, I've been going for the champion scrolls. I only had 45k cannonballs. It's because I never made them. I just got them passively.
Yeah.
Made a little bit, and I used pretty much all of them now at ghouls.
Oh no.
And I'm quite a bit over rate.
Oh no.
Like, almost 2x for the ghouls. So I'm starting to think maybe I'll just like whenever I have cannonballs, I'll full send the champion scrolls, and then I'll take a break when I don't have cannonballs.
Sure. Yeah.
But that's kind of scary. But maybe the other ones, I get spooned. It's you across 10 different scrolls or whatever. You're gonna have both sides of the spectrum. So.
Yeah. Maybe you just gotta head to Muspa and get your Venator bow.
Oh, I do want to do that.
Add it to the list.
Don't do that. Don't give me another. All right. That was my long update. Yeah. So you can join our Discord to chat about the podcast, find out about events like the little Gielinor games I hosted. We're always doing stuff like that. You can also join our in-game clan, RaidzBank, RaidzBank, all one word, if you're 1,800 total, and we will give you an invite if there's a mod on. Just join as a guest. Also, you can join our Patreon to enjoy the show ad-free for as little as $3 a month. And if Patreon's not your thing, consider listening to a quick word from our sponsors. All right, welcome back, and thank you for listening to those or for just skipping through. We are glad you're here. First up, let's talk about the hottest thing off the presses, the TCG plugin. So those of you who are playing RuneScape right now, you can go download this in the plugin hub. It's called OSRS space TCG. And even if you're not going to play it right now, I'd recommend installing it because you can rack up points passively through gaining XP, through killing monsters, gaining levels. And one day when you're bored and you say, you know what, maybe I will play the TCG, you've got, tens and hundreds of thousands of points racked up. So just install it now and then figure out later if you care about it. So what is it? It was created by Az. And yeah, once you install the plugin, there's a little gold square on your bar on the right that says, it's got a T on it. How does it work? I just told you how you get points. You pretty much just play the game. And then you use those points to buy a card pack, just like in a TCG. Each card pack has 5 cards. The main end goal that I see is collecting all the godly rarity cards for the highest rarity. And there's 109 of them. They're like pets or third age items or just popular weapons. And you will need approximately, in order to get 109 uniques, you'll need Lone Rat, shout out, check out that episode if you haven't listened. He did the math. You'll need 574 on average godly cards in order to get all 109.
Oh my gosh.
That's what the coupon collector. Yeah. You get about 1 godly card per 30 packs, meaning you'd need 17,000 packs to complete the godly set. And you can actually unlock the packs really quick. So don't be too intimidated. But it will take about 215 efficient hours to get all the godly cards.
Wow.
However, I haven't talked, and that's efficient, like doing TCG efficient methods.
That's crazy that people
funny.
came up with TCG efficient methods already.
Oh yeah, never. The autism runs thick here, and that's why we like it. You can get 200k points an hour. That's what I've read. That's what LGR said.
What's the method on that? Do you know?
I don't know. It would just be the maximum XP method, I would imagine, in the game, raw XP. Combat XP, I believe, does not count.
I think that's correct.
Combat levels count, but XP doesn't.
And boss kills do count.
Okay.
So even though combat XP doesn't count, you still get it for boss kills.
Maybe construction, because you can just, or prayer, something that you can just get ungodly amounts of XP in a short amount of time with money. But it's a good question. Thieving's probably good, high XP, doesn't have any inputs, but clicks. But yeah, to get, there's one thing I didn't mention, which are foiled cards. So just like real life, you can get a good card, and then you can get a good card that's also a foil, so it's shiny and rare. So each card has a 1 in 100 chance, I believe, to be a foil. So when you add the 1 in 100 chance to be a foil on top of the 1 godly per 30 packs, suddenly you get 21,000 hours just to get them all foiled efficiently.
That makes sense.
Which is
that times 100.
Yeah, which is half of that is the time it takes to get 200 mil all.
Oh my
so it's basically, it's like completing the collection log. It's actually almost, it's very similar to, well, that's not true. It's easier, but it's something like that, like getting 200 mil twice to complete the game. So anyways, I've talked a lot about this. Before we get into TCG Locked, Poplo, have you played TCG? What do you think of it?
Yeah, I have points stacked up, but I haven't ripped any packs yet. I have like there's a bunch of like the group mates who are opening packs too and stuff like that, but I haven't started because I don't know if you mentioned, but I think that it's still in beta right now or something. And there's gonna be not like a reset, but eventually they're going to like the cards that you have are kind of gonna go into like legacy mode when I don't know if it becomes official or something, or like alpha comes out. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but there's going to be like an official update, I think, for it. And so I don't know if the points are going to carry over or not, but I just haven't ripped the packs yet. I've got 510,000 points stashed up right now, so I will have a nice fun opening when the time comes. I don't know when that'll be. Maybe I'll save it between pets or something. That could be fun.
Here, I'll just spell it right now. I'll read real quick what they say.
Okay.
The planned forced wipe of the beta collections has been canceled.
Oh.
When the full release update ships, there will be a clear distinction between beta collections and collections started after the update. So that's what you're talking about.
Okay,
yeah. Like, we're all in the beta collections.
Yeah, they're not getting rid of it. But
yeah. Existing beta collections will keep their cards and credits and will be able to still open packs, but will no longer be able to trade with other players unless the collection is manually reset. A date for this change has not been specified. So that sounds weird because it says you can keep the credits, but it doesn't say if you can use the credits for the new format.
Yeah, I don't know if you can just stack up a bunch for the, or maybe these are going to be like beta
just call
credits.
Them like, yeah, beta credits. That's what I'd be scared of.
So, I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, it's either I'm going to rip a bunch of beta packs, which is going to be fun. It doesn't really matter. Or, best case, they're going to transfer over to the alpha, and I'll just start with a ton of points and a ton of packs. I don't think that's how it's going to happen, but it's a possibility. What about you?
First off, I'd say go ahead and rip him, Poplo, because obviously the beta guy, he's figuring it out as he stumbled into success and is figuring it out now. I think if he or she did anything too drastic, like the player base would riot. So I think chances are everyone's enjoying it right now, and everyone will have impressive collections. Attempting to like invalidate those too much would be bad for business, but I'd say just ride the fad, ride the wave, ride the trend, because if you wait and don't use your credits and then you use them when no one cares about the plugin anymore, you're going to feel like a bozo. So I'd say spend them, baby.
I don't know.
I respect holding them.
I'm going to hold them for a little while still, I think. But maybe until they say something else about them. Or maybe if I get a pet, then I'll just rip a bunch of them. That could be fun too.
I'll be the devil on your shoulder, the id.
Yeah.
Or the ego.
The gambling addiction. On my shoulder. Yeah.
Slot machines, blackjack.
One more pack.
And this episode's sponsored by steak.com.
Yeah, get out of here.
Dude, I wish we had that steak money. We wouldn't be having a Patreon or anything. We'd be paying people to listen.
That's right. We'd still we'd all be in Hawaii sipping on those drinks and recording from the beach.
No, we go crash Heartless in Europe. I've never been. I want to go.
I've never been to England.
Yeah, me neither. I think the TCG thing, at first, I was not an early adapter. I did download the plugin, which I'm glad I did. That's why I'm telling everyone, just download it.
Yeah.
Like, it takes you 2 seconds.
Yep.
Get your points. And anyways, it took me a couple weeks. It actually became popular in our clan during my failed bingo because everyone was having such a bad time. They like found this game and started having a good time.
You gotta let it go, man.
Which is, I did.
Okay.
But it was funny. And then I was doing rooftops to max because I couldn't commit to Sepulcher because I knew I was going to get like pulled away from the computer. And as I'm like watching a movie I'm like bored at the rooftops. And you can multitask. You can click on a rooftop and then you can open a pack. And then you can click on a rooftop obstacle and then open a pack.
Oh my gosh.
So anything with like low APM that's boring, but it must be done, like any skilling for you mid gamers out there trying to quest, doing Motherlode Mine or whatever, open some packs while you're doing that, and it makes it so much better.
Maximum pack opening efficiency.
Yeah. Full ADD mode. But yeah, I like it. I've got a lot of points saved up. I got a handful of godly cards. I would like to get all the godly cards. I think it's 220 EHP is a reasonable goal. Most people hit that passively over, however long it takes you, but most accounts have more than 220 EHP. So
oh yeah. Well, if you just play the game, eventually you're going to get it too. That's kind of the cool part, I feel like, is that you don't have to do anything different in game. You just do your stuff and you get rewarded. Extra dopamine for it.
Yep. And yeah, I think it's cool. Shall we talk about TCG Locked?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so TCG Locked, this is the new hyper annoying. Sorry, I'm already being biased.
Oh my
it's like
goodness.
The new chunk man mode, where one day everybody decides to do it. But that's for good reason. It is a fun idea. I don't think it'll last long, but we'll talk about that. So first off, how do they do TCG Locked? Well, there is another hero of the community called Fell Meme, and he or she developed Bronzeman TCG. And it actually has a bunch of settings. You can kind of customize how you want to be TCG locked. And it locks almost everything in the game until you get the matching card. So your whole inventory is like X'd out until you get the bronze scimitar card. And then you have to go find out a way to get a bronze scimitar, before you can even equip it. So I think you have to like drop everything. You can't just bank everything and wait.
Yeah, I think so.
It all depends. It's a very sandbox. Everyone does it different. So the big names in the community that I've seen, like Soup, Foe is probably the biggest one I saw immediately, and then Nooblet. I love Nooblet's content. They've all started new restricted accounts for this. Poplo, have you seen any of these series?
I've watched a couple of Foe's episodes. I think he's got like 6 episodes out of it or something right now. But
yeah. Oh, Alfie has one too. They're doing the hardcore one though.
Yeah, Alfie's got one. Soup, I think, has one. There's a bunch out there, but they all just kind of came out of nowhere, like what you said. Just as soon as this trading card game plugin came out, that everyone was hopping on the bandwagon. But I've watched some of Foe's. It's not like my cup of tea. Like I don't play restricted accounts, but some of the, I might keep up with it. Some of like the one chunk accounts, I definitely watch, and I don't think he's gonna, like you said, I don't think it's gonna be a long-term thing. I feel like there's going to be a time when you get kind of to the mid game when you've ripped like a bunch of packs and you just have a lot of things unlocked just in general, that it'll probably just like slow down when you're like, oh yeah, I've unlocked that, I've unlocked that. But the early game is very interesting because a lot of the uncommon cards are actually like very useful. Like pulling a bronze axe from the like ripping a pack, like uncommon bronze axe is actually just like a huge upgrade for the accounts, so even like the little things mean a lot, and I think that's kind of funny just to watch the early game progression. Early game Iron Man 2 is just always a little bit interesting to me. So
yeah,
have you watched any of them?
I've been watching Nooblet because I really love his content, so I was like really against watching it because just I don't have an eloquent way to say it. I think it's kind of dumb. But I know that's the point. I think everyone playing it knows it's dumb, but it's fun. The whole game's dumb. We're all just having fun. But
agreed.
I was watching Nooblet, and I think I got like through episode 1, halfway through episode 2, and I kind of fell off. But it's here's one example of the absurdity of TCG Locked. First off, you have like the top of the iceberg, obvious. Like completing quests is really hard because you have to get like I can't think of a, let's just say Cook's Assistant. You have to unlock the egg card.
Yeah.
You have to unlock the wheat card
mm-hmm.
and the pot card and the bucket card. It would be, and you're rolling, I think there's like 6,000 cards. I don't know.
Probably 60.
Yeah, there's like 30 to 60,000, tens of thousands of card possibilities. So first off, doing quests, that's the obvious thing. Quests are like really, really hard unless they have no requirements for items. Here's the big one. Corrupted Gauntlet. In order to do Corrupted Gauntlet, you would need to unlock a card for the first weapon, for the attuned weapon, for the perfected weapon. You'd need to unlock the Linium. You need to unlock the bark. You need to unlock the ore. I mean, you could do no prep too.
Oh my gosh.
I think you can't even kill NPCs without unlocking them.
That's true.
So you need to unlock the demi-bosses. It's like you could never do CG.
Yeah, there's like 6,300 cards.
Okay, so it was around 6,000. Yeah. So it's like at a certain point, you're going to be getting so many. Like most accounts have like 2,000 out of 6,000. So maybe they can, or maybe they can do all of CG, but they just can't get the mage weapon. But that's just like when it hit me of like how absurd this content is. Like, you'll never be able to do a Grandmaster quest because of all the unique mobs. Like DS2, all the dragons you'd have on the way to Galvik, you'd have to unlock each dragon, you know?
Yeah.
But that's the fun. You're kind of quest locked. So it's super unique. That's why all the content creators who are like, let's be honest, they're kind of running out of things to do because they played the game every day for a decade for 12 hours. So nothing's new to them. This is finally new to them.
Yeah.
So
I will say
I like that for them.
I will say for some of the TCG locked accounts, I guess for all of them, there are not cards for like everything in the game. And so I think some things are just like unlocked by default if there's not a card for it. And so I don't know. I haven't looked through the album.
True.
But there are a couple things that there's like even some NPCs, like there's NPC cards, but I know there's some NPCs that are like unlocked just because there's not a card for them. And so I think that it's still like, while it's entertaining, I think that it's, if there's a card for literally everything, that would kind of make more sense. But there's some stuff that's already like, which I think is fine because it's just like people want to have fun and progress faster. But it's just, kind of thrown together. Like, you can tell that it's community driven, and I think that's fine. So,
yeah. The other thing I know we'll see in the comments, if I don't say it, you can customize the plugin that Felmeme made to be however you want to play. So I don't know the exact settings, but you could make it much more reasonable. I think some of these content creators just have all the difficult things turned on. So you could, I don't know, I won't misspeak about what the options are, but you could make it a lot less toxic of a game mode, if you may.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's rare that we see a new like quote unquote game mode or community game mode come out. So it's always really cool to see and fun, and I'll lighten up a bit and I'll keep watching it, but it's just like kind of frustrating to watch because I just feel like it's kind of dumb, but that's okay.
Hey, just enjoy it for the time being because it ain't gonna last forever.
True. Except Chunkman. Chunkman never dies.
Chunkman never dies. Limpwort is still
where's the Wormscrag chunk? Wait. Oh. I gotta take this out of the episode. I got a new series.
Uh-oh. It leaked.
Wormscrag chunk.
I swear if that one YouTuber makes a Wormcrag chunk video in the next week.
Yep.
Gonna show up at his house.
My op.
Yeah. No names be said, but
he is still going strong in a series. Good for him. I didn't. I got a moment of success and I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I will be back.
Yeah, you're getting married though, so who's the real winner here?
I'm getting married. I'm getting my master's degree.
Yeah.
I almost got a house.
Who's really winning
Took
here?
an L in the house. Yeah, so I'm winning.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else on TCG?
No, I think that covers it.
Yeah. I think it's the most innovative and impressive plugin outside of like 117 HD and what's it called? The quest helper.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
It's crazy. I've never seen someone like add a whole layer of like a GUI on top of the game.
Yeah,
it's kind of like weird how you can manipulate this. RuneScape. I don't know.
Yeah, cool. Don't do goats because I'm doing goats and I'm getting like no points. So there's that.
Oh, now he's looking. We got him in. He's gonna be cracking them by next episode.
There you go.
I wonder how Heartless will feel. What's our predictions? Do we think he's a TCG guy or anti-TCG?
I don't know because he's
hard to predict.
He is hard to predict. I think he's anti. He's just
wait. He's a big Magic the Gathering guy.
I know.
I bet he likes it.
I know. See, that's where I'm thinking. Is like I think that he will just think that this is silly compared to some of the IRL TCG. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
we'll ask him.
We definitely will.
He's yelling at his phone right now.
Heartless, let us know in the comments. Yeah, he's yelling at us in his British voice. His high-pitched British.
He's plastered down at the pub right now.
Yeah.
And
me
he's
bloody club is shut. That's good. All right. We were speaking of like the coolest plugins and stuff, and that's a good segue to the Golden Gnome. The finalists are out, and sadly, we did not make the cut this year. But it's our first year doing content, so that's quite all right. That'd be a good goal for us. Maybe not next year, but even the year after. But I think we can maybe push for next year.
I think we push for
yeah. So our good friends.
Well, first off, shout out to all of you guys who put in nominations for us. Just thank you so much. Just even though we didn't get nominated, thank you guys so much for going on there and voting for us.
We could have been on the cusp.
Yeah, we're number 5. I bet. I bet we're number 5.
Strong.
So
strong.
Yeah, thank you guys.
They actually, since they didn't include the official OSRS podcast, they couldn't include us either because we're their main competition.
Oh,
it wouldn't be fair.
We're a subsidiary.
Yeah. So, but yeah, our friends XP Waste did make the cut. Big congrats to them.
Yeah.
They've been grinding for years,
producing
amazing content. They had Heartless on like episode 3 or 4 when we were just starting because they're such good guys.
Yep.
So shout out Oxy and Michael. Go vote for XP Waste. Pretty please. And
you guys are the goats.
Absolutely. And Poplo's going to put you in a pit.
No.
Yep. He wants your skin.
Just the horns.
But yeah, go vote for the other Golden Gnomes. And if you don't know about a question, maybe just skip it instead of picking a big name. I think some of the art questions, I voted for the name I recognize more than like checking out their art. I probably shouldn't have done that. So don't do like I did. Just skip that one if you don't know the people at all.
Yeah. It's like IRL
or even
voting.
Better, look them up.
Do your homework.
Yeah. Pokemon Go to the Golden Gnome poll.
Yeah. Open out a polling station near you.
Yep. Yeah, I went to my local high school and church, and they didn't know what I was talking about, the polling station.
Yeah, but you fought the gym leader while you were there, so.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, and lastly, we were talking about the OSRS podcast. There's a new one with Modnin, who is the principal gameplay engineer. I believe he's the UIM on the team. I listened to a Sebe cast with him, and he's just a pleasure to listen to. He did a lot of work to make sailing possible, so even if you hate sailing, he made it as good as humanly possible for us. So I'd like to think the sailing hate has died out, but it'll never die.
I think that it just lives deep-seated in all of us. Okay, I was laughing, though, because, after the last podcast, when I said that they were like, oh, they did something new with sailing. First off, that's not true. Like, I'll walk that back, because, like, going into the new instance, when you go through something, someone pointed out that they already had that in the Red Reef quest, when you have the pirate encounter, You sail into like a different area, and then you join an instance where you fight pirates. I literally forgot that quest even existed.
Yeah,
so I'm just gonna say I don't even remember that quest even being in the game. So that was my bad.
Yeah.
But also, what was that? Who made that quest and why? What's the point?
The quest wasn't even bad. It was just like too short. Where it's like not memorable at all. But I just remember the cutscene. You know, the boat coming. Or I don't know. But it's just you kill them. It's just garbage.
I don't know what's gonna. I literally have like zero memory of that, except going underwater and killing the lobster or something. That's like
just like so half baked, and it came out at a bad time. I don't remember the timing of it, but it was just like felt like the player sentiment was really low, and it just made it worse. But
anyways, small tangent, but
yeah. All right. That is it from me. Poplo, you wanna take it from here and our 24 other topics?
Okay. Yeah. We've got a bunch of updates, guys. So that's our community updates in the news. We're going to get into some blogs that have come out. We're a little bit behind on some of these updates. So we're going to catch you up to speed. We're going to go kind of quick through some of these because we've talked about them a little bit before. I'm reading this and it says Wormscrag. I thought we were done with that on our last episode, but
well,
god damn it, it's
really
back.
Done.
It never leaves. So,
yep.
Okay. First off, we're going to start with the first batch of summer sweep up changes. We did cover all of these in detail in episode 46. And so if you want to know what's coming this summer, if you don't remember, go check out that episode. Go listen back. I had to look because that was like, what are we on, 55? That was like 10 episodes ago. So we've had a lot of good
2 months ago. Yeah.
We've had a lot of good stuff between there. So go back and check those out if there's something, but you probably all know. I'm just going to go through these kind of quickly about what actually came into the game, just so you guys know what's in the game. We're also going to have another batch of summer sweep up changes coming this Wednesday on the 12th, I believe, when the next batch is going to come through. And those will include Chambers, Hoseric changes and stuff, and I'm sure we'll cover that sometime in one of our next episodes. But here we go. For the changes that have come into the game, first and maybe one of the biggest ones is Gauntlet prep improvements. And so we talked about this one where everything is going to become stackable. There's guaranteed demi-boss spawns. Crystal shard costs are down. It's just like everything is QOL to the max. And I heard that it is just like super good now. It's a lot quicker. Like people are setting new world records already with some of the runs. And so they did adjust the combat achievement times just by like 15 or 20 seconds ish each. But if you had already finished the combat achievement times, then they stay. You don't have to retroactively go back and get the new time. Let's see. They also like lower crafting requirements for some of the shards and stuff like that. So anyways, very good changes. If you're putting off your Gauntlet grind for CG, go do it now because I guess things are just super fun. Hoyt, have you got back in there since they made these changes yet?
No, sir. But I have heard, like you heard, that it's kind of just easy scape. And I listened to the Behe cast and they're just calling it like it's not CG anymore.
Oh, really?
Papa was raging about it.
Changed the whole identity of it.
I think he was playing a bit. But it's still going to be, the Hunlef fight hasn't changed as far as I know, right? Nothing about Hunlef has changed. It's just everything
I don't
outside.
Think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the prep stuff.
Yeah, the prep stuff was the hardest for me. I've talked about it a million times with like the timer. Hunlef, obviously it took me a while to, start getting good kills, but I always knew why I died. I always knew what to improve, but prep was like frustrating because I was like out of time and I had all my fish. They just weren't cooked. I just needed 10 more shards. And
when you're cooking your fish and the timer is like at 3 seconds, you're like, go, 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 go.
I think this was the best way to adjust the elephant in the room, which is CG and the BOFA being mandatory for Iron Man. And if you say it's not mandatory, I'll say you're a liar. But I'm just kidding. Not really. But
he will.
I'd rather see this than just make the BOFA 1 in 200, so.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
Jagex W.
Yeah, totally. I think overall, people are super happy with this. I don't like you said, it doesn't make the content like easier. Like, I don't think it makes the prep,
does, but in a good way.
Well, the prep easier, I guess, but not the boss, and that's half the battle. So people aren't people who are grinding CG, they're doing it well either way, before or after, killing Hunliff every time. Like, unless you're still learning it, it just makes the grind like just more bearable, I would say. So I think the people who are against it probably have the same type of mentality of why 3-tick skilling tick manipulation skilling needs to be on top. It's I did it and it was hard, and so you have to.
Wait a minute. Yeah. You keep them out of this, Poplo.
No, I'm dragging them in. Same mentality.
I think it's the same as those dirty pet hunters who think every pet has to be accessible and fun.
No. Okay, I take it back. Okay. Oh. Guns pointed at each other.
Piece of your own poison.
That's right.
Or what? Piece of your own medicine. Your own poison.
Keep my pets out your mouth.
Keep my Hunliff out your mouth.
All right.
That's good.
All right. So other adjustments, they tweaked Phantom Muspa and Demonic Gorillas, so they won't be swapping as quickly. Phantom Muspa now, the threshold for switching styles is at least 4 attacks, or 4 instances of damage now, and Demonic Gorillas are the same thing, where there's still an HP threshold, but it's not like you can just one-shot them and they change styles, so you're switching gear less. That definitely helps a lot too. Let's see, Scotizo, the arena size has been reduced, so you're not having to bring a stam to actually kill totems. Like, I've done that before, which is great. Oh, you put this in there. When will they do this for Corp? Now, that's an interesting question.
Corp, obviously, Corp's a big problem for Iron Man, and one of the most reasonable things I've heard, instead of something outrageous like making it massable for Iron Man or something, like make the rim smaller, because if you guys have done Corp for any amount of time, you know that chicken's hiding in the back of the rim.
Oh yeah.
And if you can cut down like 5 ticks of running after you click on the entrance, like, God, that will add up when you're...
Oh yeah.
We all know Corp is just telling and running into there, so I think it's more than reasonable to ask for, and it'll only change the kills per hour by like 1 for Iron Man, maybe, or 2, but it would be fair, I think. So
Corp scares me. The Corp conversation scares me. So I would agree with you. Just give them a little QOL so that people stop asking for mass Corp.
It's a problem, but it's kind of like Nightmare, where Nightmare obviously has been shown a lot of love. It still has a ton of problems, but it's been a feature of every other blog post for a while now, because they acknowledge the problem. And Corp, because it just hasn't had a reason to be in the limelight for like being useful gear and stuff, it's just continually been brushed to the side. So maybe in a few years it'll get the same treatment, where they slowly tweak things a little tiny bit until it's still bad but better.
Yeah, I think so. Any little thing helps. Yeah. I do like in Corp though, when you're like the thematic of you're running into this room and you're like, oh, what's back here? And then just like this giant thing just spawns and then just stacks you out. Yeah, in one 36. Shot, and you just get splash damage and you're just dead.
Purple ball bouncing on you.
Fuck. But yeah, let's see. Other updates. Ice Demon's Demon Bane weakness was increased to 115% from previous 100%. And I think that was probably mostly for the Burning Claw changes, which we'll get to.
makes sense.
Sang Staff and Blood Fury now work on Wardens in TOA, and Sang Staff got its base max hit increased by 1, and cost to use it is down to 2 blood runes per cast from 3 blood runes. So Sang got a buff, and the chance to heal also got a buff on it, where now it's 1 in 5 to heal instead of 1 in 6, and it deals 8 additional damage whenever the heal procs. So this averages out to about 1.6 damage per hit increase. So Sang is up right now. I don't think it puts it in any metas or anything. But
still not being used, but at least they tried.
This is probably 4 years too late of an update, but that's okay. Moving on, maybe a little bit more impressive is the Soul Reaper Axe got buffed. So it got +4 to strength bonus. The stack limits stay at 5, but they take 50 ticks to start decreasing, up from 20 ticks. So now they'll decrease slower, and they no longer cost HP to stack. So you're not getting hit for 8s every time that you try to stack up your Soul Reaper. The Spec gains 12% accuracy per stack, up from 6%. So you get 60% accuracy at max stack, and you also get a 30% minimum hit. No, is that right? Yes, 30% minimum hit on your special at max stacks as well. So Soul Reaper Axe is actually kind of good now, which is great.
Yeah. This one, I've seen a lot of people say it like feels so much better now. It's like finally really good, super viable to like go for. Still not recommended, but like super. If you want to go for it, it's a lot less of like a troll thing to do for.
Yeah.
And so I think this one was a big W. I do want to go back and talk about the Sang briefly.
Yeah.
So I think there's a couple interesting things going on here. First, we have blood shards are being more common just by nature of the Venators existing. You can tell Jagex is like trying to make healing they're a little less scared of it because they were terrified of people, not needing resources and things being OP, and they should be scared. So I'm glad, but they're walking back a little bit. They're starting to warm into the water with this healing angle for reward space. Sang they're just made heal a little bit more, but it's still not good. And then we have the real reason Sang isn't great right now, which is, well, the shadow. We don't even need to talk about it. It's just at the top. Crazy good. And then we have Eye of Ayak. So do you think, let's just say wipe everything you know, do you think Sang, a staff from Theater of Blood, should be better, equal to, or worse than the Eye of Ayak from Doom?
That is an interesting question.
Should they live like in the same universe where you bring both for some reason? I don't think that would ever happen.
I don't think so. I'm fine with them being like mostly equal. Like,
okay.
I think
Sang is 4 or 5 tick.
It's 4 tick. So Sang is is below the Eye still for damage. I'm pretty sure. Like on everything, Eye of Ayak is just still going to be better, pretty much everywhere. I don't think that it needs to get a buff to be better than the Eye. Maybe thematically, but I don't think that I can actually forget everything I know. I can't clear my mind of everything except for fine dining. But I think so.
Range does this well. We have the T-bow, we have Bofa, and we have Blowpipe. And there's a few weird places where Bofa's better than T-bow because of the attack speed and the accuracy and the lack of the magic level thing going on. And then Blowpipe has its obvious niche uses. Equal to the Ayak would be the Blowpipe because of your attack speed. and then you have the Sang would be the Bofa, and then you've got your T-Bow would be the Shadow. So, but in the Magic world, that doesn't exist at all. It's just like the Sang is honestly forgotten about. So
yeah,
I think it's a shame. I like that they buffed it. I wanted to go on this tangent because I think I just wish they could make it. I think it's a really cool weapon. I know it's hard to balance with healing. That's always going to be hard, but I think there's literally, I've never seen anyone be told to bring it anywhere for any reason. Never. In the last 4 years.
Yeah. Nobody uses it for anything.
Yeah.
But I will also say, Sang, I think it kind of had its time in the limelight. It was BIS for a while.
It's true.
For a long time. Until TOA, basically.
Yeah.
So, I think that it had its time. I think that it's okay that it's overshadowed by some stuff now. Just because that's...
Overshadowed.
Didn't even mean to do that.
Got him.
Definitely overshadowed. So, I think it's still... I mean, Coxie said this in his Funny Feelings video, but it's actually pretty good for alt accounts now, for healing alts. So,
okay.
DPS
I like
alts.
that.
So, maybe it has like a small usage at some places. But
yeah. All right. Thanks for the tangent. I had to get that off my chest. That weapon bothers me a little. So do these next few.
Yeah. Oh, these do too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep going then. The Rapier and the Saildor both got a +4 strength bonus. Rapier got +6 stab accuracy. Saildor got +6 slash accuracy. Are those what you're talking about, or you want to just stop me when we get to it?
Yeah, just Rapier and Saildor. They did buff them. I've heard Saildor is now like, quote unquote, worth going for. Not actually efficiently, but same exact thing as Soul Reaper Axe. It's less troll if you want to get it. But Soul Reaper Axe got a much better buff than Saildor. But I'm glad they did something. Rapier still just has to be dead content. I mean, unless you're doing Slayer on a Bond Warrior account, I don't see anyone use it.
Pretty much.
It's cool.
I will also say, we'll kind of get to this later too, but if they actually want the Rondash to be good, then they need to make one-handed weapons good. And so do I think this was even enough? No, like I think that they could still get buffed and they still wouldn't be better than any of the other alternatives that are filling their space, even if it was like 2 max hits instead of 1. But I don't know. I think that they just are slightly upticking it just to kind of help one-handed weapons maybe have place somewhere, maybe sometime in the future. We'll see. Probably not, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Small one, Pegasian Boots got +1 range strength, but I feel like that's kind of necessary. Like just being kind of in between.
They could do.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, the Master Wand got a +10% magic damage bonus, and Ancient Scepters as well. And so I feel like we kind of talked about Mage Training Arena on one of our last episodes, Hoyt. I don't remember what we were talking about, but now Master Wand.
Top 5.
It's pretty good.
It's one of mine.
Yeah.
It is, but you said it right after the Ancient Scepter is the same, but you will get Master Wand a lot earlier than Ancient Scepter. Isn't that DT2 requirement?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, it is. No.
Yeah, it is.
It's Muspa, which
you
is...
get the... Well, Muspa
DT2?
is Secrets of the North, but DT2 gives the gems for it.
Okay. Well, you don't need the gems for it to be good.
Ancient Scepter, all variants. Yeah, you're right. So you just need Secrets of the North for that one.
But yeah, either way, Master Wand, like, you will need to get for the Kodai eventually, which is such a meme to even mention. So it's like a big, like, technically, pushes glasses up nerd, but if you want for collection logs and like a little challenge, you get a buff. It's good.
If you're enjoying Mage Training Arena and you want to stay there for an extra thing, it's less troll. How about that?
All 3 of you.
Yeah.
Like me.
Exactly. Aqua Knight Hopper got buffed, but it's still useless. Bell's Folly is now 175 from Shellbang Griffin. So that just keeps getting more and more common, which is great. Venator Bow got an engine rework and now works better. And here's another kind of big change is Inquisitors got the buff to be Crush equivalent of Oathplate, basically. So 6 more accuracy and 2 more strength bonus. And so it's getting 1.5% more crush damage than before overall. And the Inquisitor's Mace got a +7 strength bonus and crush accuracy, which guarantees a max hit in all setups and 2 max hits in some setups. So the Mace got a little bit more love than the Rapier and the Sail Door. Hoyt, do you have anything to say about Inquisitor rework?
W. Thank goodness.
Yep.
I want, I really, really, really want Fasanis and Nightmare in general. Well, Nightmare in general, we can forget about. They got a lot to fix there, but I want Fasanis to be an actual grind that's not just retirement home out of shit to do content. And they're slowly army crawling to that direction.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm really happy that they're doing this because it's can be a little embarrassing to suddenly fix things you've left alone for God knows how many years, 7 years or something. Or no, less, it was 2021, I think. So I think 4 years, 5 years. Yeah. So
hey, better late than never.
Better late than never, yeah. So Corp, yeah, so we can maybe no, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think this is good to do. However, I think this also, since they're buffing it to match Oathplate's defenses, that means Oathplate also isn't going to be nerfed. It doesn't mean that, but that's how I read it, as in they see Oathplate as something to be matched, not something that needs to be brought down. So yeah, take that as you may. Not I think we all accepted that already, but
yeah,
it's kind of confirmation. Oathplate's here to stay as good as it is. But I think the new raid will be a crush raid, of course. So Inquis will go way up in usefulness. So, and then we also saw it with the new Fallen Angel. Isn't the best in slot Oathplate?
Inquisitor.
Inquisitors. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, W.
I agree. Now, if they just can delete Oathplate, then we'll all be happy.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Before I have to get it. Yeah. Right before.
That's right. Yeah.
You should do that.
They're actually going to. Oh, look, that's the next update, is they're taking that out of the game.
And it's gone.
Let's see. What's up next? Rosewood Blowpipe just got changed now. So you can fire darts up to rune, but the spec no longer grants plus 10% increased accuracy. Or the negative 20% decreased accuracy. And so I think they're just balancing it where you can use rune darts to get more damage, but the spec is a little bit weaker. So it's probably going to even out overall.
So I got grilled for this one. Sorry, was there more to it?
Nope.
Okay, so when we first read this 9 weeks ago, I said, who the hell's using this thing? It's poorly made, whatever. That's because I haven't done Doom yet.
Yeah.
It is next on my list. And apparently, would you like to explain it before I butcher it?
Sure.
Doom?
Doom is the only place that this gets used, because during Doom's car phase, you have 100% accuracy on it, and so you don't actually need they took away the negative decrease accuracy because you always pass your accuracy roll, and this thing had a strong special attack, and so you would use the spec on car phase of Doom because it was actually decent, but it would only use adamant darts was the max that you could use. So it has a niche use. It's not the best there, but it is still a good spec.
From what I understand,
good option there.
It's gone now. You don't bring it to Doom anymore because of this. I might be wrong, but people are mad because it had one place, and Jackass was like, "Nope, can't have one place. Can't have a single place where you use it."
Really?
But
I think
I might be wrong.
You can still do it, and I think you still use the spec, but I think you would want to just use rune darts with it now.
Okay.
But I don't know.
That they change. You're gonna let us know in the let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
But someone was just raging at me like, actually, Hoyt, you're wrong. There is a place you bring it, and they've taken it away from us, and this is awful. I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. You're probably right. So I want there to be cool, niche weapons like this blowpipe where you can, there's a few bosses in the game where you want to have it before your grind. I like that.
Sure.
Some people don't like nichescape. I tend to like it. But because you never have to go get it. There's like other better specs.
Yeah, well, I also think it just fits in. Like, there's not much for like mid-game range spec weapons when you're doing Doom. Like, if you, other than like actual blowpipe, if you don't need healing, like if you want DPS, like there's not a lot of other good options, especially for Iron Men who are gonna go get dragon knives. Like, that's your other good alternative other than like CCB, obviously. But what are you gonna do for mid game for a ranged spec weapon? There aren't many other good options. So that's, I think, Rosewood.
There's very few.
Yeah, that's where I think Rosewood blowpipe fit in pretty nicely before you got dragon knives and toxic blowpipe.
Usually just blowpipe spec, for heals, but even then, like, there's no good specs that I can think of until this endgame.
Yep.
Webweaver, ZCB. I feel like I'm missing one though. What else? Is that it? Webweaver, ZCB?
I don't know. Blowpipe, dragon knives, that's about it. I don't think you wouldn't Webweaver it. But anyways, let's see. They also talked about Chambers of Zarek loot waiting, so if you want to see what's coming out this week, you can check on that. But they're coming out with that update this week. Okay, the other part of this blog is Maggot King combat achievements dropped. And one thing that they are changing here, they did say in here that there's not really like a good Grandmaster task, but a lot of people were complaining about the speed time, which is pretty tough. Like, it's a pretty tight speed time, and it's kind of gear locked to get it. But instead of changing, I thought this was kind of a cop-out. Instead of changing and adjusting the time to what it probably should be, then they're making that a Grandmaster task. So they're like, yep, it's hard, we understand, and it's going to be a Grandmaster task for it. But I'll just jump into what the combat achievements are, and then we can kind of talk about them briefly here. But kill them. Well, do you want to?
I have a meta discussion. Do you think Zuckhelm should be kept behind? I know it's a big question, but do you think Zuckhelm should be gear locked for irons as far as mega rares are concerned? Just the trifecta.
Like having all of them?
Do you think it's fine? Like, do you think you should need? Well,
you don't need a mega rare.
I'll leave it open. I guess just a general question, because there are some that are seemingly impossible without one mega rare.
I don't know. I mean,
it's GMs. It's like
it is GMs. So I don't know. And eventually, the content is gonna get it's gonna get easier. The times are gonna get easier to hit as like year progresses as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I think that it's still fine. Like, if you're a GM Iron Man, I feel like you should have one of the mega rares. You probably have at least one of them.
Definitely.
By that time in your account. And then I think that if you are a GM Iron with no mega rares, like, that's just like an even bigger flex.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Are people complaining about that? Having to have a mega rare?
Not like right now. I've heard it in the years past that there's some, I know the shadow specifically, if you don't have the shadow, the next best item for like stuff like Whisper is like brutal. Like, you are just, this was pre-IAC though. I think IAC helped a lot.
Definitely helped, yeah.
I'll take us out of the difficult conversation, but I think we agree you should have, it's fine to require 1 to maybe 2, but like having to have all 3 and there being no option, like, and unless you're resetting this boss for a whole week straight, hoping you get God RNG, it's like kind of toxic. But when they could just whittle it down by like 10 seconds and the skill gap still doesn't change, it just becomes possible for other, I don't know. But
maybe
it's a bad topic, but it came to my head.
It's okay. I'm going to say something that's maybe crazy, and maybe people will not agree with me. But I think for stuff like the Whisper speedrun, like, it's hard without a shadow, but it's not impossible. Like, it's not like it's a long, hard grind. Like, yeah, you might have to reset a bunch to get Ruby procs, but it's not like you're spending 30 hours there trying to get the speed time. Like, you'll probably be able to get it in, 10 hours or something of trying it without a mega rare. And I'm just speaking random numbers because I don't know, but it's not like it's, it's like, we can't get this like day one. We're like, well, I've been trying this for like 3 hours and I can't get the time. I can't even get close because I don't use Void Waker and Double Vengeance tech, and I don't use a Suffering switch or stuff like that. Like, there are ways to do it. I feel like that it's like if you don't get it in the first hour, then people complain. I think some people complain too easily about it. And if you actually are a grandmaster and you're actually like doing like stuff like the really hard way, I saw a YouTube video on like the Doom speed run without a Tebow or ZCB. So it's like these things are possible. It's just if you can't get it in the first like 5 hours of trying, then people complain. So
you're right in that it's only like 5 to 10 hours in most cases. However, those 5 to 10 hours feel like 50 to 100 because it's so toxic to right click, quick exit, hit the pool, like it's like you've done it.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure. But it's fine. It's a GM. It's the most pinnacle achievement besides the Golden Collection, though. I'm just kidding. But
besides the Goat Pet,
yeah.
All 400 Goat Pet. Anyways,
All right, back to the Maggot King CAs.
Yeah, Maggot King CAs. So kill the Maggot King once, kill it 25 times, kill the Maggot King using only weapons that can be found in Vampirium. Kill the Maggot King without moving more than 40 tiles. Kill the Maggot King without moving beyond the back row of tiles. Speed time was kill the Maggot King 5 times in 9 minutes. I will say that counts just your kill times, but you cannot leave the cave for those, which I think is weird. There's been some other CAs that, like Yama, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to leave. Maybe not. Yeah, I think Yama you can leave between it's the same thing. You have to get a certain amount of kills in a certain amount of time. But I think you can like leave and re-gear, or if you don't get a good time, you can just telly out and it won't count towards your kill streak in there. So I will say, that's a little toxic.
Regen?
Yeah.
Will it let you regen in there?
Yeah. Maggot King, you can regen.
That's toxic.
I would also say if you could like leave the cave to like Ruby reset, I think that would be a lot better. Like, I thought it was just gonna be 5 times in 9 minutes, like in or out, but it's 5 times in 9 minutes without leaving the cave. That's what it should say. That's what the task should actually say. So
okay.
Then the stamina, kill the Maggot King 12 times without leaving the arena. Kill the Maggot King without missing a single melee punish. And then the classic perfect Maggot King, kill the Maggot King without taking any avoidable damage or him ever being healed. So, most of these are pretty easy. I would say the most difficult ones are the speed time and the perfect kill. There is a Maggot King plugin I was going to shout out. I think it's just called Maggot King. I
downloaded that.
Yeah, it lets you hide the falling projectiles in the room, and it cleans it up a lot so you can see a lot better for the perfect kill. It's still kind of tough because you can't get hit by
hide trees.
The rocks. Yeah, it hides the trees in the arena. It hides what are they called? Carrions that like spawn on the ground that the grubs eat, or the maggots eat, I guess. But that plugin is pretty good. It just makes things look cleaner. So I would use that if you're trying to get your perfect kill. And then also know, another tip that I was using for the perfect kill is when the rocks land, they can only like splat to a tile that's just adjacent to them. And so try to find a place when the shadows for the rocks come out where there's 2 tiles of clearance between any of the other ones. And then if you stand there, then you're good to go from all of them. So try to find some space between the shadows to rest in there. But those are the 2 most difficult combat achievements. The other ones are pretty straightforward if you kill the boss. So, Hoyt, have you done any of these? You said you're going to be going to Maggot King pretty soon.
I haven't even done one kill. I got the bank tab ready. I got my plugins ready, and then I haven't.
There you go.
I've had the time to game. I haven't had the time to PVM.
Gotcha. You'll be in there soon enough. So
I'm thinking tomorrow the fiance's at work, so I think I'm gonna sneak in a sesh with the boys.
There you go.
Or it's just stay up late tonight and try it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, there's definitely some.
I watched the video guides, did my homework.
Nice. Yeah, there's definitely some free points there on some of those. So.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that I think is gonna do it for us for the summer sweep up change blog. Unless you had anything else on this that you wanted to go over. Okay. Let me switch out of this. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna just go through this week's updates. The Worms Crag and sailing changes. There's not much here, but there is a question that they're proposing about the jeweler's chisel, and they want to make it so that you can cut bolt tips from gems at 2 ticks instead of 5 ticks. So that's going to make it a lot faster, and a 1 in 10 chance to cut 2 gems into bolt tips at once. Because if you've ever made bolt tips from gems, it is very slow. So, let's see. Some other stuff that they're doing that they did this week is they changed the rate of the hoof drop from goat hunting from 1 in 50 to 1 in 48. So now when you're a 99 hunter, then if you just fill up 2 pits, then that's on rate. And the pity threshold is now like 4 pits total, and then you'll always hit that, which does not take very long. Mad Angel, they added a shadow beneath the Mad Angel so that you can more accurately see the click box, and they have kind of been doing this for most of the bosses around the game, so they'll continue to do that. You could hear other players golem crafting like across the island, and now you're not going to be able to, which is great. And then they also updated so next week they're going to be doing on the Mad Angel, they're going to change the clues from hard to medium, and they're also going to do a fix where the gem pouch at golem crafting, the gems will go directly into the gem pouch. Let's see. And then they said that in 3 weeks, the Mad Angel combat achievements are coming soon. That is it for Worms Crag. Wait, did I miss anything before we do a quick sailing update?
Nope. Vote yes for the chisel. Why
Perfect.
not? Come on.
Yep. Definitely. It'll pass for sure.
Did you mention fishing at sea?
We're going to do that right now.
Let's go.
Now Hoyt's the one not paying attention and drinking.
True. I'm getting locked in the momentum here at the Sunstone Rocks. Is so satisfying. You got 3 ticking.
Nice.
Without having to do anything but click.
Getting some tick manipulation
the next one
going. Kind of.
Yeah, without it. Without manipulation. It's just the game.
Very nice.
It's awesome.
Okay. Okay, next. Actually, have you done any of this sailing, fishing at sea yet, Hoyt?
I have not.
Okay, I haven't either, so we'll both be jumping.
I haven't had a reason to, but I will when I start to need a little more food. But
yeah,
once you have 99 fishing, like who's AFKing fishing at 99? Yeah, I guess I will.
Other than Caramons.
It's good for clues, but...
So, fishing at sea. So now, you can train fishing while on your boat, and there are actually fishing spots, like out in the ocean. And these, instead of like 1x1 tiles. They are 5x5 tiles, so they're bigger, and these spots are fixed and they don't move. So when you're on your boat, you can catch the same fish at the same rates with like the same equipment and bait that you need to on land. You cannot fish while your boat is moving, but the fish that you catch will go directly into your cargo hold, which is pretty sweet. So they added, let's see, I think there's a list of fish that they added, but
all the
it's
traditional
pretty much all the ones. Yeah. And this gives you like a 10-minute AFK on fishing now, which I hear is pretty broken. Well, pretty good for just AFK fishing.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty cool.
This is like
try out.
Insane update to fishing. I feel like no one's talking about, but before, I mean, what are the metas for fishing? You could be sweaty, you could barb fish, you could AFK barb fish at Chambers Bank and go bank them. Not a lot of people did that though. Most people do carom bombs all the way. I did a ton of carom bombs with the Karamjo gloves to bank and then Quest Cape back.
Yep.
That's really how most people get 99. I did a lot of anglers, but they're terrible XP.
Yeah,
they're just good for Ironman to have anglers. I did a lot of lava eels.
Yeah.
Because they're actually really good for GP for Alks when you're early game Iron and you have no GP for anything. It's really nice to get a couple mil while you're doing something else. But there were not a ton of options for AFK. It was just do Carom Bomb. So I really like that Jagex is doing this, and I kind of think it's busted, but the fact that nobody's like raising hell about it tells me it's probably just pretty fair. So, I mean, it's just shooting stars for fish. Just 10-minute AFK.
I mean, kind of.
Click.
Yeah. And then I guess your only downtime is you just have to sail into port, like bank everything.
But your cargo hold's got to be huge. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe that's what I'm missing.
But I think, but you can have, I'm pretty sure you can have your crewmates unload things for you from your cargo hold.
Really? The Rosewood cargo hold, most people leveling will not have this. Let's see. Oh, capacity 240 on the biggest boat.
Yeah.
The sloop. So that's not a lot. That's 10 inventories, a little less, 8 inventories or whatever. Yeah, maybe that's why this isn't busted.
I mean, but still, you could just do it all in one click.
All in really one nice. Deal. And we're probably going to find one fishing spot really close to a dock, and every dock has a deposit thing. So it doesn't even need to be close to a bank. They'll have the
Yep.
Why can't I think? It's getting late. What are they called? Just the deposit
box.
Boxes.
Yep.
Box, yeah. So, yeah. W.
It's pretty
this
good.
Is cool.
Go try it out. Yeah, go do some AFK fishing on your boat.
Good vibes.
Yeah, definitely.
And I thought this was coming out with sailing because they talked about it quite a bit, and it just wasn't ready. So I'm glad it saw the light of day.
Yeah, like I said, better late than never.
Mm-hmm.
They also added teleport to boat as an extra perk to the max cape, which is pretty cool. And you can add your the portal nexus, the teleport to boat, now supports teleporting to your last boat. So it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, that is it for this week's updates. Okay, and the last thing that I think we're going to go through on this episode for now is our Raids for Rewards blog. And polling is closed, I think he said, by the time that this episode will come out. But this is the final pitch, the poll blog. So this is kind of the way that things are going to be, unless, I guess, things don't pass, which we will have to see what that comes up with here. So they've done a couple iterations, but here's kind of the final where things are going to land. And I guess we'll just hop right into it. Unless Hoyt, you have any thoughts before we start on some of these items?
Let me see if the results are out. View results. Close date 10 of August. Okay, so we got 2 days. So by the time everyone else, the day this is coming out, it's closing. So maybe if you're listening the day release, go vote. Yeah, we cannot see the results.
Okay. Yep. Normally they won't release the results until after it closes, which I do have.
Is smart.
I do have one thing to say. First off, for the ranked choice voting, we, on the last poll, I don't know if you remember, boy, I vividly remember what the last ranked choice voting was on the last poll. And let's just say that's the reason why I'm doing the goats right now, is because Mr. McGroot was one of the options, because you could either have it as a separate pet, a transmog, or not at all, were the options. And obviously, I think you know which one I put at the top. But when the poll closed, you could see the results from all the other questions, but you could not see the result for whether the goat pet was coming in the game or not. They didn't actually show that. And then, all of a sudden, Worms Craig drops, and there's a new goat pet. So, I don't know. I don't think that they even, record. My conspiracy is that they didn't even record those, and they just decided, and they just put the poll out there just to make us feel good. But they had their ultimatum the whole time. They already had their conclusion before they even set the poll. So
you knew you were cooked as soon as they made the pet cute and likable.
Yes, of course. They gave it a nice name, and
the player base, the majority of our mid-game brethren and friends are just smiling. They're like, yeah, I love Mr. McGrew. Let's get him in. I don't care how you get him. I want Mr. McGrew.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just drooling.
It's the beef pet all over again, except this one takes 50
red
hours.
In the face.
And that one took 5 hours. So who's laughing now? You'll never. All you who voted for it. I'm going off right now. It's literally, I'm crashing out. It's the same thing with the freaking some of the other pets where they're like, oh yeah, I want it in the game, and then you don't even go for it because you don't even know how rare it is. No. And so most
never gone for a pet.
No one's ever actually gone for a pet. They're just like, oh yeah, maybe if I get lucky or super lucky, I'll just have a pet with it. But I'm never actually gonna go for it. But it would be great to put it in the game. So
yeah, next time you see a cute pet, just know, Poplo, it's coming in.
I know.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
I know.
No matter how toxic or impossible it is to get, people are gonna vote yes.
Yeah. Even if they did it and they're like, yeah, it takes 500 hours to get, people would still be like, it's so cute, I still want it in the game.
It makes it more rare.
Yeah.
He's even better.
Yeah.
My friend got one in 2 minutes.
Hey, I know who you're talking about. Shout out Carl. Okay, that's my crash out. Valid crash out, hopefully. All right, let's do Raids 4. I will preface, if you don't have a preface, I'm still on the fence with a lot of these rewards, just how I personally feel. I think that it just feels just a little bit underwhelming to me, just in general. I think that I'm still kind of not proponent. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm in favor of just more power creep coming in, and I think a lot of these are just a little too niche for a new raid. But that could be.
I think there's some power creep, but not a lot. I think.
All right, we'll talk about it when we get to the items. Let's start with the breaker. The breaker now rolls damage 2 times by default, and then an extra roll for each melee defense higher than crush. So if they're weak to crush, it'll roll damage a max of 4 times. So remember the original one, it was rolling crush. It was rolling damage 7 times. Yeah. And I think this is a great change because this makes it more competitive against NPCs who are neither crush nor / weak. But for those that are / weak or equally spread out across all their different ones, the scythe still reigns supreme at most of those, but it makes it very good for the crush weak bosses. So I think that just kind of the same what you and Heartless talked about on the other podcast a couple episodes ago, where they just really need it to fit into this crush niche and not step on the site's toes. I think that they're doing a great job. I think that's where it should be. I don't think anybody is probably complaining about that, about where it's supposed to fit in the game.
Yeah.
All right, good. Starting strong.
I like this. I think it's fine. I still stand by like the scythe is going to take a little bit of an L, but
it's going to
we
take
all
a
know
what?
that. It's going to happen. An L. It's
Yeah.
just it's going to be devalued because it was used at some crush bosses. So I think it's fine though. I think it's good. I think it's strong. It has its place, has its niche. It's not going to be used everywhere, but it could be. So I think they've done a good job.
Yeah. I also think that where the scythe was used on crush at those bosses, it does feel a little bit like, a square peg in a round hole, or whatever, a round peg in a square hole. Like it works, but it doesn't quite work. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it always felt like it shouldn't be there. Like as soon as someone said, "Well, put your scythe on crush," I'm like,
yeah, it's just.
Well, they weren't saying that to me, but in general, I'm like,
yeah,
oh, that's kind of weird.
There's like debate on whether the scythe should even have a crush option in general. But
I mean, it shouldn't look at it.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah. So yeah, good update. They also are. We've talked about Mod Jerv on this cast and about some of the great art concepts that she has cooked up, and there are 3 different proposals for how the breaker is going to look. One of them, I'm not going to read what your descriptions are if you want to read them, but you may.
Oh, the red flaming turd?
Yes.
That's a nice way to say it. You can't unsee it.
It looks.
You just can't.
It looks.
It's got to go.
It would be painful for that to come out of places.
Poplo. How crude of you.
The one who said it. Then there's the blue spiky turd and the green round spiky turd. So, anyways, no, there's three actual better concepts than what we could ever come up with. There's a red, blue, and a green one that you can vote on ranked choice voting. The first one is called the Tazar Ket Breaker. The blue one is the Titanic Breaker, and the green one is the Obligator. So go vote for which one you think looks the best. Hoyt, do you have an opinion on which of the 2 you like the best? Because I'm guessing it's not the red flaming turd.
I'm gonna say pretty solid. I like the Obligator, which is the green thorny circle ball, and then the Titanic Breaker, and then the original Tazar Ket. I really, really like the Tazar Ket Breaker. If I was told to design one, it would probably look like Titanic Breaker, but I don't think it'll. First off, I don't like the blue-purple hue. I just find if it was red, I'd vote for it easy. But
okay, the middle one.
The Obligator's so good. Yeah, the Obligator's so good, and it's so Gothixian.
Yeah,
and it's like so hard to unsee. My only issue with it is it's kind of like the Crimson Kiston, just because it is a ball and chain that's spiky. Yeah. But it's so different with color and the way it's held. I don't think it's a problem. Okay. But I gotta go Obligator.
Yeah,
it's so clean.
Yeah,
and it's like it's very obviously it's thematic, but it's very grounded. Whereas like the Titanic Breaker looks very like sci-fi-esque. So
it does. It does look a little. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think I would go Obligator first pick, but I think I'd go Breaker second, and then or the Tazar Ket Breaker second, and then Titanic Breaker third. I think I still like the red, and especially if they're, they've kind of doubled down on this like Tazar lore of like, everyone's like, why is it Tazar? It's like, well, Guthix has been accumulating like these strong items, and there's a whole link to Tazar. Go look it up sometime. I don't know what the whole thing is, but they've kind of doubled down on like the Tazar lore in general, and the Obligator just looks more Gothixian than it does Tazar. So I don't know, maybe if they made the Obligator red, that would be, I guess that would look, that would still look too much like the Crimson Kiston. I don't know. I kind of like the red of the Tazar Ket Breaker, but
I did too.
I think maybe
The original one I would be fine with coming in the game. I just can't unsee what was ruined to me by Reddit.
Yeah. And I think that they'll probably do a good job when it comes in the game, hopefully, of not looking exactly like that.
Yeah.
I think also they kind of mentioned like a Steam animation coming out of it too. I think that would be sick.
Yeah.
Like some lava or some steam.
I'm sure it would look sick. Our team always hits.
Yep. Okay, so that is the update for the Breaker. Up next is the Gatekeeper's Cane that they talked about is now changed to a two-handed book called Zoria's Tome. And so Hoyt's got a little bit of backstory here. In RS3, Zoria was a guardian of Guthix and keeper of the Rune Essence Mind, and is a frog.
Giant frog. So, Juna, we all know Juna by the Tears of Guthix, where you train rune crafting or sailing.
The snake.
Or smithing, whatever. Is a snake. So, Guthix had entrusted these guardians that were all like animals or creatures, whatever you want to call them. And Zoria was a frog. I was just wondering where the name Zoria came from, so I looked it up. So,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, when you hold this tome, just think of a giant-ass frog.
Yeah. So...
Oh, another fun fact.
Yeah, go for it.
Death, or the Grim Reaper, is one of Guthix's guardians, which makes a lot of sense, but I never realized that. But Guthix is like death and balance, and Death, or the Grim Reaper, is part of Guthix's crew.
Okay.
Just like Juna.
Life and death. All things. Yeah. Guthix. He's not an animal, though.
No, he's just a dude.
He's just a skeleton.
Retcon, maybe.
So, let's see. They changed it. They also are tweaking it a little bit. So, they increased this is the special attack weapon that the Mage Spec weapon. Because right now, they'll do anything to just, like, not make the volatile good. So, this is going to be a new two-handed Mage Spec weapon. And so because they changed it from one-handed to two-handed, I guess it has a normal attack too, but they changed it from one-handed to two-handed, and so they're changing some of the stats too. By itself, the tome acts as a powered staff, but you're probably not going to be using it like that because it's not as good as like the Eye of Ayak. It is 3-tick, but it's not as good as the Eye of Ayak, so you probably won't be using it by itself. But it's going to be a mage special attack, which is where it's going to shine. And so when you use the special attack, the tome fires off an attack with 150% increased accuracy and 60% increased damage. So this is up from, I think it was 100% accuracy and 50% damage. If the initial attack hits, then you're imbued with arcane energy, which buffs your next 3 attacks with the tome. So if your spec lands, then you get imbued with energy. And when you're imbued, your next 3 attacks with the tome also gain 150% increased accuracy and 60% increased damage. But they also attack at a faster rate, so every 2 ticks. So this is going to fill a very nice spot where we don't really have any magic spec weapons that are very good right now in the game. I mean, people generally would either just bring a ZCB or use the Accursed Scepter for the spec. So this is going to fit in nicely. It's going to cost 50% spec and should fit in where you need a DPS spec for Mage. Hoyt, any thoughts on Zoria's Tome?
I think it's awesome. I never could have even thought of a two-handed book, but I think it's going to be like the Dens of Magic, where it's just like a funny weapon to main hand.
Yeah, I think they're going to make the animation sick, too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think this is kind of brilliant. I think you have a good point, though, that the harm, like, why can't they just make the harm fill this niche?
Yeah, the volatile.
But, yeah.
I'm
thinking of the wrong orb. Yeah, thank you. For some reason in my head, like, harm equals red, but it is not.
None of them are red.
So, orange, whatever. But yeah, I think this is good.
Yeah. I will say, going back to kind of my initial thing, this still feels like a little bit niche. I don't know how many uses it's actually going to get. Like, what places are you really needing like a mage spec weapon? It's going to be good. You're going to probably use it at Nilos in Theater of Blood if you're running like Death Charge. If you have double Death Charge, then you can just pop this and get a 2-tick like mage attack, which is kind of cool. Other than that, I mean, it's going to be good for Whisperer, and I don't
about like Olm Hand. I mean, you're still gonna Warhammer. You're not.
Yeah, you're still hammering, or you would use Dragon Claws if you needed it. But
Elder Maul. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
we'll see. It'll probably just be dead content, except for 2 bosses, which is. I mean, it's like the Rallos. What happened to the Rallos? It's still only got like 2 places you use it.
Yeah, even after the tweaks for it.
It's not a mega rare, but it's like a right under a mega rare. It's hard as hell to go get.
Yeah. It might. The other thing that I was thinking about is it might be good for like Fasani Nightmare pillars, but also that just makes the Crimson Kistin even more dead. Like time is ticking on that weapon. It's I
don't think it's dead at all.
It's
got like 7 bosses where it's the best spec weapon.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
It's pretty decent. But it could be overshadowed, and that 7 could turn into 6/7, 6/7. No, it could turn into like 5.
Right.
And that would be worse. Or 4.
You got 2 6/7s out in this episode.
I know I had to vocal tick to stem.
He's vocally stimming. Let's see. The only other update I think for this blog is that Zeal now requires 75 attack and strength, as well as piety. And you'll still need 84 prayer. But Zeal is the new prayer that will replace piety to provide plus 25% attack, 28% strength, and 25% defense while activated. And this is just so it doesn't impact PvP builds, basically.
And chivalry cannot be used by pures.
Yep. They always add that. Hoyt always throws that into his blog.
Yep.
So, other than that, just voting on Ascension crossbows and the Rondash, which they are not changing in this blog. So that's what we got for Raids 4 updates. Anything else?
Well, you can vote.
Yeah, go vote.
You can vote no for the Rondash.
Good.
Let's talk about the crossbows and Rondash super quick. I know I'm tired. I know you are, but
that's fine.
I mean, the bows, do we both agree they're like a W? They're probably one of the best. They're probably the best for sure besides the Mega Rare, right?
No. I don't agree. I told you I told you I'm underwhelmed. Let's think for a minute here.
I feel like you'll be impressed.
Let's think for a minute as a maxed main going to do Raids 4, right? Because we're maxed, we're doing Raids 4. Where am I going to use these crossbows at outside of the raid?
There should be raw DPS, man. I mean, like Nilo's Ranger roll. I'm not going to pretend to know PVM better than you, but just any raw DPS range.
Yeah.
I don't know what the DPS is going to be, but anywhere you don't use T-bow, I feel like these are just going to be by default like super busted good.
Like the only places I could think of are we talked about Leviathan when they first came out. They're going to be very good at Leviathan. They'll be good for Inferno and Fire Cape or Fight Caves, like for the blobs, the Rangers, and the Meleeers. They won't be good for the Majors though because T-bow is still going to be better. And Nilo Room, I guess, but like he was doing Nilo Room when Raids 4 is out. No, I'm just kidding. But where else do you use blowpipe in general? Like,
well, so
I just don't think you're going to use right, but you are T-bowing. Like, I just don't think there's going to be. I think they sound sick, and we're like, yeah, upgraded blowpipe, but in reality, I can't really think of like a gear setup that I would put these into for a boss. There's not a lot that I feel like I bring the blowpipe to. So,
let's see here.
Anyways.
Zora, I'm just looking at the wiki. We got Zora, KQ, Demonics, Lizardmen, Shamans, Aviancies, Top, Slayer Task. That's weird. Ecumenical Key, Royal Titans.
Titans, I guess.
I don't know. These are weird.
Titans, I guess,
yeah.
after
GCP. I guess you have a point, but
I'm just saying.
I was just thinking anywhere you can't use T-bow, these are just like de facto. But I guess you're saying you just can use T-bow everywhere you can range, pretty much, besides 2 or 3 things.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any bosses. Like there's hardly any bosses that you're like main handing the blowpipe on. That's what I'm saying. I think there's other options for most bosses. Then
I just wonder if the DPS will open new metas where the blowpipe, you can't T-bow for some reason, the magic level or whatever. But the blowpipe just was never enough DPS to even be considered. But now these are going to be so much DPS, it's actually going to outdo the next best thing.
That is true.
So it's like, it could create a few bosses that we are not even thinking of. And that's what's kind of exciting to me. But you could have a point.
I think
I've never had a T-bow, so I can't really imagine that world.
Well, please, if anyone's listening and has any other ideas, like please let me know, like in Discord or something like that. Just let me know where you think these are going to be good. But I think I can only count on a couple fingers where I'm gonna actually be bringing these, like in reality. So I will say,
all right, Ron Dash, run it down.
So all right, you go Ron Dash first.
I think you're gonna say it's gonna be dead content, and I think I would agree. But as an Iron Man pre-scythe, pre-breaker, I would like it to just bring some of the one-handed weapons into, the second, third best slots for bosses.
Yep.
So that's my goal. I hope it's not like the Sang Staff or Rapier. There's just... Sang Staff's weird because you're right, it did have its heyday, but Rapier, for example, has just always been like a weird L. So that's my take. I'm excited, but also nervous. I just hope it's not super dead content.
Yeah, I think so. I really can't think of like a place that you would take a Ron Dash to. Like if you're any boss you're using two-handed weapons, obviously you're not going to bring it. I can't think of a place that...
Well, wouldn't it be anywhere you currently take a Vernic, right? Am I imagining things, or now you can attach the Vernic to it, right?
Did they say that? They were thinking about that.
Or is that just something Heartless and I talked about? I know we talked about it.
It has the same stats, like same strength bonus as the Vernic, but it doesn't have the accuracy to it. And I know they have they have talked about it on other things, but they're not pulling it to be able to combine with the Avernic.
That's fucking whack.
In this blog. So because
I was going to say, like, where do you take the Avernic right now?
Exactly. I think it's going to be dead on arrival. So.
I think it'll just be like a late game thing, not an end game thing. Because I think a lot of late game guys are like, dude, I use my Avernic literally everywhere. I can't afford a Scythe yet. It's like,
yeah,
it's for you.
Maybe
here's a cool new shield, special button.
Yeah, and that's very possible. I'm just saying, for me, it doesn't get me going. So I think in general, this is kind of my overview of Raids 4 right now as they stand. Is 3 of the 5 like rewards seem underwhelming to me, and I think that just makes me not as excited. Like the Breaker gets me very excited. I think it's in a great place for like where it's supposed to be. And obviously Zeal just being a straight upgrade like makes me very excited too. But the other ones like the Tome, maybe it could be cool at some places. It'd be a cool spec weapon. But I just don't think that it gets me proper excited for what Raids 4 is gonna come out. So it's like half.
Is there any reward space you think they could add at this point?
I think that this is maybe like a bigger niche-scape discussion. I think that we're just I've said this before, but I just think we're so oversaturated that with like side grades that like I'm fine with new like best in slot or like new deep like power creep coming into the game. I'm okay with just making things straight up better. I'm okay with
I think
like the blowpipe, just like I'm okay with those crossbows just being like insane, like everywhere. Like give them some ruby stuff so that they're like I don't know. I'm okay with just things being stronger than they currently are, I guess.
I think most people agree with you. They just don't know what to pick because like you can't do magic. I think. Would you agree with that? Like you just what if they made a better ancestral set? Because shadow would just be stupid. You just take it everywhere. So if we take magic out, I think range, maybe could use some love. But then what do you? Yeah, I don't know.
I think Inquisitor 2. I think a crush set, armor set could be good.
Okay.
I would have been fine.
But then you got Torva. What do you do with Torva set?
Well, I think then they just like branch off. Torva goes with the scythe, Inquisitor goes with the breaker, and they just go like that route where bosses that are weak to crush just like get extra weak from the breaker and Inquisitors. Like, and then if you're like, oh, but then I have to go like get Inquisitors from Fasanis to use the breaker. Well, it's like if you had the breaker, Fasanis would be way faster. Like whether you have Inquisitors or not, like it's gonna be so crazy there, anyways. So
yeah,
it's kind of the chicken or the egg, whichever one you want to get first. You could kind of go down that way. But I don't know. That's just my thoughts. That's my opinions. We don't have to dwell on them. But I will say, we can move on. Yeah, I would just like things to be tuned up a little bit more.
Power creep, Poplo.
Power creep. Let it come on in. So, yeah. Let's see, the last things we've got on our list here, other housekeeping things, unless you had anything else for Raids 4. Wait.
No, sir.
Okay. Here we go, we made it. We talked about the Crusader Classic competition, and who other to win but Mr. Odablock himself? Come on!
Good for him after Deadman.
Yeah.
He had a rough run.
Yep.
So it's nice to see him be able to flex his skills one-on-one. I didn't watch any of it. I assume you didn't either.
No, I didn't.
I plan to go back and rewatch it, but it kind of sucks knowing the winner.
Was it on?
I'd like to.
Was it on Kick?
Any content. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I don't usually watch Kick.
Sounds right.
So that
would
also be
kind of
why.
Yeah.
Let's see. Second place went to PETA, and third to Reese. And then there's a new RuneScape Monopoly on pre-order for $60. So if you want to play the worst board game, RuneScape themed, then go ahead and go get it. So, all right. Well, I think that's what we got for the meat of this episode.
All right, welcome to the chess room. This is a segment we do if we have time, and today we really don't have much time.
We're making time.
We're making time.
Yeah.
We are burning the midnight oil, quite literally, and we're just gonna do a quick topic. Usually, the chess room, one person surprises the other with anything. It could be a real life topic. It could be a RuneScape topic. It could be a game they make. I like to make games, but I'm going to switch it up. We're going to talk about the 2007 Scape servers, old school RuneScape. Just to fill people in, Mudkip, big YouTuber, love his content, awesome guy. He and many other content creators like Automelogy have been playing a 2004 server called Project, what was it called? I'm going to call it Project Zenaris, but that is not it.
2004?
It's called Lost City.
Jeez.
Yeah. Lost City 2004 Scape.
Wow.
Yeah, 2004 Scape. And the way it works is it slowly goes through the game patches, not in real time, but in correct chronological order. So if something came out 1 month from the launch date, it'll probably come out like 3 or 4 months. But it's a fun fan project to preserve the history of the game we all grew up playing. Nonetheless, he has started a petition for 2007 servers to come out. There's a lot of different ways this could look. It could just be Old School RuneScape's backup that we started out with, but with like the God Wars patch, which is like August 2007, I think. And that's it. It's just frozen there. Your endgame is God Wars. The true endgame would be like maybe PKing and stuff. Corp, I don't know. But that's one option. And another option would be to like slowly work through the patches. I don't think that's really realistic, but anyways, he started a petition on change.org, and sadly it's only gotten 1,200 verified signatures, so Oof. I think it failed, but it is a good, quick conversation to have. I personally did sign a petition. I'll start out and I'll tell you why. I think, first off, when you visit, let's say you're on a work trip and you visit a really big company, sometimes they have dedicated money to have like their own museum. And they're like, well, before we talk to you, I went to this textile mill, and they're huge, lots of money corporation. Like, before we take you through the boring plant tour, like, here's a museum of like everything we've done. And it walks through all their patents and all of like their technologies and all the black and white cool photos. And it's just a cool history thing to give context to what we're going to learn and who they are as a company. I think it would be cool for people to have that as like the ability to go play 2007, because it was a magical thing and it was a very different thing. And the game is somewhat unrecognizable now compared to that. There's been so many updates with gear and weapons that transporting a kid from 2007 to the current game would be really jarring. However, they've done a great job. So, all this being said, I wanted there to be one historical place for it. Number two, it serves a good place for the purists like Automelogy to play the game in a way that is in agreement with the terms of service. Because when you play a private server, you know that one day it will go down. There's no private servers that have just been around for 20 years. I'm sure someone will put one in the comments, but it's rare. So a lot of people don't even start because they're like, I don't want a year of my progress to be wiped because Jagex sends a legal letter out. So no matter how much effort and work goes in to make the server really good and whatever, now Jagex has been historically really nice. Like, they've left Lost City alone kind of in this gray area. So I think it would be good to give people, the purist, an area, a playground to go play in. And it's also good for the community because these purists aren't in the game saying, don't change rune crafting, don't change fishing, don't change wood cutting. Like, all the very conservative players who, like myself, who are really scared of certain changes to certain skilling metas, you say, dude, go play 2007 Scape where you know it won't change. That's might be a little toxic of me to say, but it's kind of true. Like, it's just a free world where they can get 200 mil all and like have their own communities. I think they would only need to dedicate a few worlds to this, kind of like the old RuneScape Classic servers, which no one played, I know. But I think you could find a dedicated player base of maybe, 5 to 10,000 players. Not at once, but, throughout a week, I think you could see probably 10,000 unique players playing this, have their own little subreddit. And yeah, that's my sales pitch. I think it wouldn't cost them much. They clearly have the backup. They're going to be using it at RuneFest this year. They dropped a hint that you can go sit at a computer and play the 2007 version. So yeah, that's my word vomit for it. Poplo, what are you thinking?
I hear your sales pitch, Hoyt, and I just think from a business perspective, I just think that it sounds like more of a hassle then it's worth to have those servers up and pay money for them. I think that, kind of like what you said, there's no... If they just had a couple worlds dedicated to it, there's no harm in doing it. And I do really like what you said about kind of taking you back through like a history museum. I feel like there is something special about that, of like, there's the nostalgia piece. This is the game that we all played back then and we all will play forever. So there is like that piece of history to go back. It would be fun. It would be fun just to like log on just for... I would probably give it like a week or something just to see what it was like. Yeah, just to see what it was like back then. Take a walk down memory lane, go chop some yew trees behind the Varrock Castle, and
you might appreciate your goats a little more after doing that.
Yeah, maybe. And then think about how my brain was developed at that age, like way back when. So I understand. I don't think that it's sustainable long term. I think that it would probably fall out of it. It would be cool for a couple YouTube series. I think the average player would probably not get too wrapped up into it. Or on the other hand, maybe they re-release 2007 and 2007 Scape, and now all the whatever elementary middle schoolers who are in grade school now get hooked on it, and then they come out with OSRS 2 after so many years. Yeah, after 20 years. Then they just, the next generation. But it's full of microtransactions and TikTok things. So maybe
and
that
skins, Fortnite skins with Ice Spice and Ariana Grande.
Yeah, exactly.
Kim Kardashian.
Yep.
I'm in.
Sabrina Carpenter is just running around in Old School RuneScape too. So maybe it could actually be a very good money maker for them.
Where can I give you my credit card info?
You can do it at what's our Patreon URL?
Oh,
yeah, right there.
Nothing's just RaidzBank. Yeah.
Anyway, so I it's a cool idea. I can see also why some people just don't really care about it, and it probably won't make the petition, which is a little bit sad.
It's not going anywhere.
But I hear you. I hear your pitch. So,
word.
Yeah.
All right.
Let us know what you guys
think. That was it for the chest room. Yeah, let us know in the comments. And if this does pique your interest and really gets you going, you can just Google. It's called Jagex. Please create 2007 RuneScape preservation servers on change.org. Fill it out and show Mudkip some love and support, and go play Lost City. I kind of wish I got in on that, but I'm glad I didn't. It's more fun to watch other people do those grinds. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, that brings us to our clan shoutouts. So we have Mr. Pawnman, who got a scythe on the group Ironman at 82 KC. Damn.
Yeah, actually, I think that was his girlfriend. I thought I got that. Is that what he said? Wait,
that sounds right.
Yeah, he said the girlfriend got a little spooned. So, dude is winning at life.
Really? I said you have to get that woman a ring. Not only is she playing RuneScape, but she's doing Tob and getting spooned to scythe.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Like, holy crap, dude.
Right.
That's awesome. Gingertron got Scurry at 747 KC, pet number 29. That
Another
is
rat.
quite the spoon. What is Scurry's drop rate? 6K? 8K?
I think it's
5?
3. I think it's 3K.
3? Wow. I guess I only hear when people go dry there. So, Big GZ. Stu, after my max party, we didn't do the solo chambers. I said we have to do an 8-man TOA. Those who know I went for my 350 kit for my backpack solely through 8-man TOAs, and it was hilarious and took forever.
Amazing.
And I did not get it that way, but it was just a fun meme. And we only did one raid, and he got a light bearer, which for most people is awful, but for him, he actually has a shadow, and he has like a few pieces of Masori or one.
He has everything except for one.
he has like everything but the light bearer, so he was really happy to get that light bearer. Yeah, and he did offer a split, but no one took it.
8-man light bearer split.
Yeah,
he's just a nice, outstanding guy.
Yeah, he also just got Master CAs on his iron, so which also has like Radiant Oath plate. Dude's a gamer. Yeah. Big GZ, he was grinding that one out. No Stepjad, please. Got 99 fire making, 99 wood cutting, and 99 prayer. The trifecta. Those are always fun. Poplo, did you ever save up multiple 99s at a time when you were maxing?
No. I just went for them when I got them. Actually, when I was like when I was going towards max, no, I didn't. I just kind of did one skill at a time, grind it out, move on to the next.
I did a few times. I did a few doubles, and then I think I did 4 and 1.
Dang.
Maybe it's just 3 though. But I remember like trying for 1. But they're always it's just kind of a fun little, sometimes you just gotta edge.
Yep, I couldn't edge myself.
Speaking of skilling, Zephyr Runner maxed right before me. Big GZ. Zephyr Runner.
99 sailing for the max. Sick.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I feel like I remember seeing you at the rooftops with me. There's a few of us maxing at the same time. But I feel like I might have seen you there. Most people have agility at the last. But Big GZ, congratulations on maxing. Enjoy your cape. It is quite sweet, all those teleports. TriStar, green logged, mastering mixology. That's a rough one, man. That is a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
I did that in a week, and I remember that week vividly in pain. Yeah. Just every day I'd come home from work and do like 4 hours of mastering mix, and it was not the way to do it. Big GZ TriStar, we have Rod Siga, Greenlog CG on the iron at 244 KC. Big congratulations. That is a nice KC to Greenlog. I don't remember if they have 6 armor seeds. I doubt it, but if they do, that's even sweeter. Little Saw or Sow? Little Sow? I don't know. Greenlog Doom. Sure. Last item was the eye, around 3k delves. Big GZ.
Nice.
That is
finish off.
Yeah, that's something on my list. And one of the craziest things, we've got every now and then we get these giga gamers who slip in to the clan. We had Mandrew for a while. Yeah. He did move on to greener pastures, I'm sure. It was just a crazy gamer. And now we have Pulp Horn. Now, I've never seen Mandrew and Pulp Horn in the same room, so it could just be a double name change.
True.
But
I think Pulp Horn's been here the whole time. He's just been at this grind the whole time we've been.
It's been here. Yeah. He got the Baron pet at 16,111 KC. He's rank 9.
Insane.
Top 10 for Baron, for Duke. And just casually posted it.
Yeah, just dropped it. He dropped the log too, which is kind of insane. His log is crazy.
Did you say 70 Eyes of Duke? Is that right? Let's see. That's worth seeing.
33 Eyes of
Duke. 33? Oh my god.
Yeah. 22 Mage vestiges.
22. Sheesh. That's awesome. Big GZ, we're happy to have you. It's really cool to see. I love people with high ranks. I just think it's so fascinating to see that's like finding a unicorn or finding like a shiny Pokemon. I just like show me the log. 100%. That's so cool. Yep. So Big GZ Pulphorn, enjoy that pet. I think at that point you probably like hate the pet. It's like,
you just it stays out forever. It follows you forever.
That's awesome. The white whale.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, a very, very special shout out to our in-game Patreon members who keep the show alive. Forget it, Showman, Trolley D, Bucha, A Fru Bruise, Julia W, Pulphorn, the King. See, look, he got the pet because he's.
Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Shivershard and 40 IQ. Thank you all so much for your support.
Thank you.
It really does go a long way.
Yeah.
And I just checked. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah, we have no Patreon questions, so that is it for today.
All right.
And it is quite late, so it's good timing.
Yeah.
Poplo, thank you for all of your time. Is there anything else you have to add?
Nope. I got 1,300 goats while we were doing the podcast, so we are working our way up.
Hell yeah. I think I did 170 golems. I don't know what I started at. 100. Dude, these are so slow. I think I started at 120. I only had 50 golems. That's surprising. Anyways, thank you all.
Yeah.
And have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.
See ya.